Hey everybody, this is Jacob Shaw, the Wellness Director at Senior Services Plus, and a member of your guys' quarantine. Today we're going to be going over some at-home training with suspension straps or TRX straps. There's a lot of names for these pieces of equipment. I would say that they're probably my favorite piece of equipment because they're extremely versatile. They can scale for any fitness level, anything from an elite athlete. They were originally designed for U.S. Special Forces, all the way down to somebody who's just now getting started with exercise and isn't sure where to start. They're great for an at-home gym because you can do almost everything on them, and you'll see some of those things here today. Just a quick reminder, safety is number one. So if for any reason you feel unsafe completing moderate to high intensity exercise, or honestly, anytime before you take on any kind of new exercise regimen, if you are at risk, you should always get doctor's clearance. Also, if you guys are enjoying these videos that we're putting out, me, Kelsey, Dustin, and the rest of the team, please invite your friends to see them. Feel free to share those videos. It's really, really important to us to continue providing something for people while we're on lockdown and in quarantine, but we appreciate it. So first off, I guess this is what I'll show you. This is a suspension strap. Right now I actually have it anchored to a support beam in my basement. You can hook them on the back of a door. You can hook them around a tree. They were really designed to be extremely versatile in that regard. Hang on, I don't want to lose my music. So today, as far as our rest periods, I know Dustin actually did a really awesome kettlebell class yesterday, and that kettlebell class was doing what we call a Tabata protocol. Tabata requires you to do 20 minutes of higher intensity exercise followed by 10 seconds rest. This kind of falls in similar line with that in the rep range that we're completing these exercises in, and then how we're going to rest. And how we're going to rest today is through breathing. We're going to do timed breathing. And what I mean by that is you get 4 breaths in between each set of exercises before you go into the next set of 12. And we're going to be bouncing between 2 different exercises, 3 different rounds. So what that means is after I complete 12 squats or 12 rows or 12 presses or 12 sets of full runners, I'm going to have 4 breaths. And it doesn't matter if I squander them and go, or if I go, that's still 1 breath. So it's really, really on you to hold yourself accountable. The idea behind this is it helps develop stronger breathing practices during exercise and to create a lot of awareness. I'm a big fan of this every once in a while, mixing it into my routines. I hope that you guys give it a shot and see how it works for you as well. Let's see, before we get started, anything else? I think that's most of it. I apologize that we're filming in my basement right now. I actually did a lot to clean it up to look just as good as it does right now. So bear with me, but if you guys are ready, we're gonna get started with a 5-minute warm-up. We're gonna go through 6 different exercises, but it's gonna be broken into 2 exercises back to back, going back and forth with that 4 breaths in between for 3 rounds. I think all in all, this should take about 40 or 45 minutes. We'll see. If you guys are ready, let's get started. All right, I'm gonna turn on a little bit of music just in the background. Hopefully it's not too loud. All right, so first thing with the suspension straps. The difficulty comes from how far you're leaning back. So right now I'm at about a 45-degree angle. If I increase that angle all the way down, it gets a lot more challenging all the way to where if you're hanging directly from the floor, it becomes very, very hard. These things are going to be great for whenever we're doing our squats. So if a normal body weight squat is not available to you, leaning back against that, not only does it help keep the weight under your heels, but it also provides a lot of support and balance for you as you go to complete these exercises. Okay, so the first thing we're going to do is get warmed up. We're going to start with some simple mobility. I'm going to turn that down just a wee bit. There, hopefully that's better. Me, I'm all about warming up my joints so I don't get injured. Wrist rolls, ankle rolls, hip circles, hip figure eights, forward folds, you know. Hey Sherry, how are you doing? Go ahead and roll them in. If If you don't have a suspension strap available to you, you can purchase these. There's a lot of different brands out there. I know that a lot of local large stores, probably shouldn't say any of their names, carry them, or you can order them on Amazon. Gold's Gym has their own strap. I don't know if that's going to be a thing that goes by the wayside since they're closing nationally. I know that this brand is TRX, which was the original. They're a little pricey, but if you do buy them, they will replace them for you. If they update the model, and they come with a lifetime warranty, they're pretty great pieces. I'm going to go ahead and kneel down while I'm mobilizing my shoulders. And you'll see how useful these tools are. Some of you that frequent the center, you're very familiar with what these things are, but if you aren't from SSP Wellness and you're viewing these videos, they're truly a great piece. Just opening up our chest and stretching out our back. Hey Sherry, that music isn't too loud that you can't hear me, is it? Trying to do that full range of motion with the leg. Once I get started into the middle of this exercise, it's going to be quite challenging to keep up the rhetoric and the talking, but all right, we're going to start moving into a little bit more aerobic here. Going to warm up our lower back, warm up our legs a little bit. We're just going to step to the side and touch, step back in, step to the other side. 2, and 2, 3, 3, 4, 5, 6. And now we're going to hop down and hop back in and touch. We're going to do one hand now. A little bit of rotation. 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Starting to feel warm. Starting to feel warm. Just going to stretch out those quads a little bit more. If you can't get your heel all the way to your bottom, that's absolutely okay. If it just comes up to here, that's all right. The idea is to try and kick our butt. A few more here. All right, we're gonna move into high knees. The idea is not to actually bring your hands down to your knee. Your hand is to bring your knee up to your hand. Already starting to get warm. I can already tell we're gonna have problems with these breathing exercises today. Try to keep that back flush. 2 to go. All right. From here on out, it's gonna be all exercise with 4 deep breaths, ideally deep breaths in between. So it's going to be 12 squats, into 4 breaths, into 12 rows. We're going to aim this way. So the options you have are just barely supporting yourself with these straps and completing them. And we'll slowly decrease the difficulty by leaning back as we go and we progress. All right. All right, it's time for rows. We're going to start with the most challenging. all four. We're going to take a gentle lean into them, just a little bit, to give us a little bit of security. We're not bending at the elbows. We're keeping those locked out. We don't want our body pulling ourselves up. We don't want to be doing this because you're turning it into a row as well. 2 to go. Good. All right, back to the row. This time not quite as much of an angle, but still a lot. I like these two movements right by each other because my quads are still burning while I'm maintaining this almost like a bridge pose. Good. Make use of those breaths. And a little bit more of a lean into our squats. Two to go. Good. Keep breathing. We're going to take a little bit more space on this next set of rows. Here we go. Less of an angle here. Definitely a little bit easier. Now I'm telling you, if you don't remember to breathe during these exercises, those 4 breaths in between just aren't going to cut it. To make this a little bit harder, you can keep your heels on the ground and lifting your toes. Let's get 2 more in. This might be 12, this might be 13, that's all right. More. Last set. To make a squat really easy for the TRX strap, you take a really gratuitous lean. Removing a lot of your body weight from the movement because we're not directly in line with gravity. Two to go. There's 12. 4 breaths. Here comes that last set of rows. We're going to dial down the intensity a little bit. Take a pretty good lean on this one. Make sure you really pull back those shoulder blades together. Collapse those scapula. When you get up to here, you don't want to pull so far that you arc your wrists in. That's a waste of the exercise and take the pressure off of the muscles that are trying to do the work. Very good. All right, just a quick break here in between our next set. This next set is going to be, we're going to be working our chest, our front deltoids, or the front of our shoulders, our triceps. But on a TRX strap, another cool part about it is when you're taking these angles but you're still holding yourself in alignment. You're really having to stabilize a lot with the hips and a lot of the trunk, a lot of the core muscles. So they're great. Not only they burn additional calories because of that, but it really helps to improve our posture over a long period of time because we're constantly correcting for ourselves. So love these movements. Next one's going to be press into runners. Starting with the most difficult ones. Full angle. I'm going to make these just a little bit longer. So these have a little thing you press into. So you can give yourself some more space. Still breathing. There we go, 12. All right, with a runner, we're going to lean all the way into the straps here, and we're going to just jog with our knees up. Each time both of your knees come up, it counts as a single runner. 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, and 12. Heart rate's really starting to elevate. Gotta focus on this breathing. Talking through this makes it a little bit more challenging on these breaths too. A little less of an angle on this next one. Cutting out some of that body weight, making these just a little bit easier. Now you don't have to do that. If you feel comfortable doing them all at that highest intensity, I highly encourage you to challenge yourself to do so. Ready to go? One more. Very good. Back to that breathing. Leaning into these and running. 1. Good. Those went by quick. Less angle again. We'll move more of that body weight. Make these a little bit easier. We're not locking our joints at the bottom or the top here. Here we go. Four breaths. Check in. Hey, Jen. 2 breaths down, 2 to go. One more breath, it's back to it for the runners. Gotta control that breathing. Here we go. 1, 2. Very good. 4 breaths. All right, last set of presses now. High angle this time. These are great for building up some stability in those joints too. These arms want to go all over the place, but bracing them and focusing them, moving through a single motion. Four to go. Very good. There it is. Back into position. One. Good. We're done with those. Checking back in. Hey, Virginia. How you doing, Jenny? We're down with 2 sets or 2 rounds. We're heading into our last one. This one's going to be a little bit different. You've done some of these motions before. What we're focusing on today is we're doing 1 set of our exercises, only taking 4 breaths, and then moving into the next part. So it really is a matter of breathing control, a measure of, you can squander your breaths and just, or you can but still 1 breath. We're really learning a lot about breathing methodology. All right, so these last movements are going to be skater lunges and bicep curls. I'm going to have a very hard time with space on this one, so I'm going to shorten my straps up a little bit. Just going to grab all of these, pull it up a little bit. Pressure a little bit more than that. I don't need all that support. All right, so a skater lunge. We're just going to be 12 on each side. So it's going to be a little bit more lengthy of a set. So when you do a skater lunge, you step back and you pivot 1 foot behind you and come down each side. I'm going to show you what that looks like really quickly from the front view. As you're standing here, you're holding onto your straps. You pivot this leg behind and you lunge, driving through this heel, the one that stays in the front, found in the front. Very glute dominant. Using these straps, you can use them just for stability, or you can lean back some to remove some of your natural body weight. Hey Joyce, welcome. All right, so here we go. Getting into this set here, this routine. We're going to step, 1, 1, 2, 2. Pivot over here a little bit. 3, 3, 4, 4, 5, 5. Halfway right now. 6. On each side, 1 more. 12 and 12. 4 breaths. Hey Joyce, we covered that at the beginning of the video, but you can get them online on Amazon. You can order them directly from the TRX manufacturer. There are other off-brands of them that Gold's Gym and a few other companies make. They're fantastic pieces of equipment. Please check out the whole video whenever we end today for a little more details. I'm gonna get 2 breaths in here, not talking. Here we go. All right, this next one is a suspended bicep curl. So these are really a matter of technique. You're only gonna have 1 joint in your body moving. All the rest of them need to be stable or stationary. So if we're hanging like this right now, where our body is all in alignment, all we're gonna do is bend our elbows, trying to pull the front of our wrist towards the temple. And I'll show you what that looks like. Keeping those elbows in one spot. The angle that we put ourselves at is what creates the challenge. Right now I'm pretty far down, so these are pretty arduous. But if we simply step back and decrease that angle, we're pulling a lot less of our body weight. The rest of your body stays solidified, just those elbows moving. Already starting to burn. All right, 4 breaths. 4, not 3, not 5, 4. All right, it's time for skater lunges again. 12 on each side. We're just gonna count them out. 1, 2. That's 12. We're going to change the angle, make it a little easier to see. Two to go. Good. 4 breaths. Can't find you enough. Different angle for the bicep curls this time. Body straight. One to go. Very good. That's 4 breaths. Here we go. 24 skater lunges. Kick this intensity up a little bit. We're going to use these just for balance, these last 12. Four breaths. Gonna grab a quick drink here. All right. Third round of bicep curls. We're gonna change the angle again. Make sure you guys can see these from all different sides. More to go. Make sure you're breathing during these too. One more round of this. Really sweating here. Body's burning. Biceps are on fire. Glutes and quads are on fire. All right. Last set of skater lunges. Six, 7. Push into 12. Change the angle. Make sure everybody can see. Four to go. 1, 2, 3, 4. Very good. We haven't really hit a point with these breathing exercises where I couldn't keep up because I'm consistently reminding myself to utilize that to the best of my ability. Oxygen moves from a point of high concentration to low concentration. The deeper breath you take, the more oxygen is transfused from inside of your lungs into the blood. Take those deep breaths. Don't squander your rest. Here we go. Last one. Nice work. Hope you guys give this one a try with me. We're going to do some cool downs now. We got to get some stretching in. Create a lot of tension in the hips, a lot of tension in the arms. We're just going to start with some simple breathing. I'm going to kneel down here for a second so you can see. Just going to inhale with your chin and chest. Exhale, collapse down. Last one. Let's go ahead and put our hand on our hip. Kind of grab and push into that hip. Reach up over. Stretch out those lats, those obliques just a little bit. Still breathing. Push into that hip. You can change your head position if you want to. Look up towards the ceiling. Stay in line with your torso. I am sweating bullets. All right. Let's go ahead and grasp our fingers behind. Bridge that chest up. Stretch out all the anterior deltoids and chest. For those of you guys that do this alongside me, thank you and good job. All right, clasp those fingers in front. Push away, open up that back. Good. We're almost done with the upper body. Let's bring this arm across, reach up, hold that into you, make sure that shoulder's down. You can turn into that a little bit if you need to. There we go. All right. Moving into upper body / or lower body, right at the point of hinging. We're going to reach for the opposing toe. Try to keep those legs straight and not locked out. Don't want to lock the knees back. Really working that right hamstring here. A little bit of twisting the low back. I'm going to place my hand on the back here just as a stability practice. Don't lock those knees out. All right, simple forward fold. Don't lock those joints. Staying soft. Soft physically, hard mentally. You can make this easier or harder by either spreading your legs out or bringing them in. Closer you are to hip width, the more challenging the forward fold will be. Gonna go ahead and come over to the wall. Quad stretch in. You can exaggerate this by making sure that knee is behind your other knee. Arching your back doesn't really help all that much. Humid down here. Probably me. All right, guys. Well, that was an introduction to the suspension trainers. I hope you guys enjoyed it. Try and work that breathing routine in some of your other exercises. It is a great way to be mindful, to keep yourself breathing during resistance training especially. It's a little bit easier during aerobics. Be safe, and we hope to see you guys again soon. Thanks. Bye-bye.